The most disturbing Loud House fan comic continues. First video we're gonna watch. This one was posted 13 days ago. Now, we watched the video about how the Loud House fandom is very crazy, and I guess something continued within it. I don't know what in particular, but let's see what happened though, man. Let's see what happened though, man. Let's see what happened. I'll pay you money not to watch this. Let's see how bad it gets though, bro. Let's see how bad it gets, chat. It can't be bad than as bad as the worst one though. As bad as the last one though, I mean. Let's see. Content warning. Oh, that's how you know, bro. Oh shit. Here you go again, bro. Let's see.
About a year ago, I stumbled across a Loud House fan comic on a god-awful site also known as DeviantArt. The comic was titled "It's Not Your Fault," and the user—
Do people still use DeviantArt like to this day, or not like that? Because I haven't seen it in a while.
who posted it had some questionable artwork on their account.
Oh, this shit's already cooked. Oh, this shit's already cooked. This shit's already cooked. This shit's already cooked. Yo, people have the nerve to have their artist tag on this shit, bro. This shit already cooked. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This shit already bad for business. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah.
To say the very least. But despite that, I still decided to sit down and read the comic. And as expected from a Loud House fan comic, it portrayed some really disturbing themes that I think most people would find extremely unsettling. But what I wasn't expecting was for the comic to be low-key kinda interesting. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not defending anything portrayed in
What do you mean interesting?
this comic, but I do be lying if I said I didn't get invested in the story once I started reading it.
Yo, think with $1.
When I was 10, I used to nut to the character Luana. I don't know why, but her and Sophia the First were my childhood crushes. I also had a crush on Sky from Paw Patrol.
Why the fuck did you tell me that? Yeah, it's not show and tell, bitch. Why did you tell me that? What's going on?
The comic is surprising if I said I didn't get invested in the story once I started reading it. The comic is surprisingly successful at keeping you emotionally engaged as you slowly uncover the tragic event that led to Luna seeking revenge against her brother Lincoln and her ex-girlfriend Sam. Shortly after reading it, I decided to make a video about it because I found it fascinating how the creator somehow managed to write an actually addictive plot despite all the disgusting stuff featured in it. And ever since I made that video, countless people have been asking for a part 2.
Now I'm invested in one of part 2? Nigga, who were the people in chat? Were y'all the niggas asking for a part 2?
Because at the time, the comic wasn't finished and ended on a massive cliffhanger. And even though the comic is still not finished,
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now. Like, is this not like his sisters and shit?
enough progress has been made since then for me to finally revisit it. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to the long-awaited continuation of one of the most disturbing
long-awaited? Who was awaiting for this shit?
House fan comics ever made. Now, since it's been so long since my first video, I think it's best to do a quick recap of what happened in chapter 1 so we can jump headfirst.
I guess I need a recap because I did not watch the first video.
Into chapter 2. However, I will leave a timestamp on the screen in case you want to skip it altogether and just go straight to chapter 2. The comic takes place in the future, where the Loud House characters are significantly older than they are in the show. It's Christmas time, and Luna wants to reunite with her family after 11 long years apart. However, when she arrives at the Loud family house, she hesitates to enter because she's
By the way, I've been holding this chip forever. I'm scared to eat it while this shit is playing.
Haunted by the regretful decisions she made years ago. This causes Luna to have a panic attack, and she ends up visiting her old school to relive happier memories, from back when she was together with Sam and their relationship with her family wasn't completely destroyed. It's here that the comic reveals the main conflict between Luna, Sam and Lincoln that happened 11 years earlier. Luna and Sam were dating, and they were preparing for a big concert called the Rock Parade. They wanted to perform as a band to launch their music careers, so one of their band members secretly signed them up for the event. But this turned out to be a very bad idea. The pressure of writing new songs for the concert combined with final exams caused Luna to become extremely stressed out, eventually leading to an argument with Sam. During the fight, Luna brought up Sam's family situation, a very sensitive topic, considering her father abandoned the—
So are these people like actual characters or are these original characters? Like Luna and Sam, are these actual characters, bro?
Sorry, we were talking about the fandom and I wanted to mention my childhood trauma. I'm sorry, Raya.
Nigga, is that trauma, bro? Yes, they're actual characters. So these are the sisters, no? Both of them are sisters? Sam is apparently an actual character.
Situation, a very sensitive topic, considering her father abandoned the family after a rough divorce. Her mother became an alcoholic and Sam herself had struggled with self-harm. After the argument, Sam ran out of the school in tears, where Lincoln eventually found her outside in the rain. Confused and worried, he offered to take her back to his house to try to cheer her up. The two spent the evening
I thought they said there was a time skip. Why he still look like a bitch?
hanging out together, and by the end of it, Sam actually seems to feel a lot better. But this is where the comic introduces the true villain of the story, Rusty, one of Lincoln's stinky friends. He's jealous over the fact that Lincoln and Stella recently started dating, because according to him, he would be the perfect boyfriend for Stella, not Lincoln. So he decides to do the most rational thing someone could possibly do in this situation. Take an out-of-context picture of Sam having fun with Lincoln, Photoshop it to make it look like they were kissing, and send it to everyone of their school. Needless to say, Luna completely loses her shit after seeing the fake image and lashes out at both Sam and Lincoln, and things only get worse from there. Because the entire school saw the edited photo, Sam basically starts getting the EDP and Dr. Disrespect treatment, being labeled a pedophile, and the rest to the point where she stopped showing up to school completely, and shortly after that, she disappeared altogether. Meanwhile, Lincoln isn't doing much better. He spends most of his days locked in his bedroom, depressed over the fact that
is his parents present in the show? Where is this nigga Lincoln parents at and shit like those? Are they like present in the show?
Luna refuses to speak to him and that Sam has gone missing. But one night, he receives a message from an unknown number, telling him to meet someone at the school after classes. That person ends up being Sam, and while under the influence of alcohol, Sam ends up doing something to Lincoln without—
Son. So, nigga, you get EDP allegations, so you actually turn into an EDP? Nigga, double down?
his consent. You probably know what I mean. This ultimately—
Whoa!
Something to— ends up being Sam, and while under the influence of alcohol, Sam ends up doing something to Lincoln without his consent.
Why did this story just go, like, why did this comic go like this, nigga? I was about to say, like a minute ago, I was like, this sound pretty, like everything sound like legal so far, and just threw that shit out the window, bro. What the fuck?
You probably know what I mean. This ultimately leaves us to the final panel of chapter 1, where a terrified Sam stares at a positive pregnancy test, implying that the encounter with Lincoln resulted in an unwanted pregnancy. Back in the present timeline, it's revealed that Sam did end up having the child, Lena allowed. Long story short, Lena eventually discovers the truth about the night that led to her birth, while at the same time, Luna is shown contemplating life by jumping off the rooftop of the school. And that pretty much sums up chapter 1. There are obviously a lot of details I skipped over for the sake of time, but if you want the full context, you can always check out my first video on
I don't want the full context, man.
The comic.
What the fuck, bro? Like, that shit just had a significant fucking jump, and this is all based on a show that plays on Nickelodeon, gang. Why can't niggas be normal, bro?
This is a children's show. What's the obsession on doing this?
Bro,
there's a lot of adult shows where they can go ahead and take this medium and shit, bro. But the Loud House?
Lucy tells Lena the dark truth about how she was born. Lena starts freaking out and sprints toward the stairs, only to bump into her own mother Sam. She confronts her mom about what Lucy had just told her and only gets even angrier when her mom confirms that the story is real. Extremely pissed, she runs out the door crying, saying that she needs to find Aunt Luna because there's something she needs to know. The scene then abruptly cuts to Lena tied up in a very dark room, which apparently takes place 2 months earlier. Scared and confused, Lena asks her kidnapper what he wants and why he's doing this. A figure then emerges from the darkness holding a gun to her head, but he doesn't really reveal any clear motivation behind all of this. Instead, he says that he only wants to enjoy the moment and that he can't wait to see her parents' reaction to the outcome of what he's about to do. And after that, he whispers, "Any last words?" And before Lena can even finish her sentence,
oh shit!
Lena wakes up screaming.
Oh, nightmare.
Apparently none of it was real, it was just a very disturbing nightmare. Her mom hears the scream and goes to comfort her, and through the dialogue between the two of them, it becomes clear that these nightmares have been a common occurrence, with her mom mentioning that this was already the 4th time that week. Determined and desperate to find the reason behind these nightmares, Lena goes to talk to Lisa the next day. Lisa runs several tests on Lena but is ultimately unable to figure out what's causing the nightmares. And while the two of them are talking...
Has the show ended or some shit like that? Because niggas seem like very desperate for content at this point in time.
A mysterious figure appears outside the window, creeping on them.
Dude.
Lisa scares him away by yelling, thinking it's someone from the government after her inventions. But whoever this person is, they are not after Lisa's inventions, they are after Lena. And for now, we don't really know if this mysterious figure is the same one from Lena's nightmares. Later at school, Lena ends up falling asleep because of all the sleepless nights she's had recently. And once again, she dreams about the mysterious figure, but this time she's actually able to have a conversation with it, although it's not a very reassuring one. The entity warns her to be careful because it's out there planning its revenge. And before we get any more clarification, the scene cuts to Luna standing outside the school, saying that she finally managed to track down Lincoln's and Sam's daughter. Back at home, Lisa is still trying
to nigga getting paid for this comic type shit, chat?
To find the reason behind Lena's nightmares. And even though she still isn't sure what's causing them, there's another thing that has been bothering her, and she wants to show it to Lena. The two head down to the basement, and from there Lisa teleports them to Mars. Apparently, Lisa has been using Mars as a sort of sanctuary for her experiments, because over there, the evil American government can't get their hands on her inventions.
Dang, what the fuck is even, like, what has even transpired in this shit, bro?
The thing she wanted to show Lena was a space-time rift, something that can apparently destroy their whole fucking universe if not contained properly. Lisa explains that since the day Lena was born, countless of these rifts have appeared from time to time, but usually they never grow larger than a walnut and disappear after a few days. The one she shows Lena, however, is different. It's been getting increasingly larger and has been there for several weeks now. More precisely, since the day Lena told her family about her nightmares. Lisa believes that Lena's nightmares are somehow connected to this specific rift, and her suspicions are seemingly confirmed when the rift reacts to Lena's presence. Lisa also suspects that the nightmares are somehow related to Luna's return to the city after she ran away from home 11 years ago, and according to her, that would put all of them in great danger.
Nigga, like, where are we? How did we even fucking get here, bro? How did we even get here?
But
bro, there's some Loud House fans here. Don't talk shit about the Loud House comics or some nigga. Like, bro, there's a motherfucking Lincoln Loud 27 on Twitch, nigga, upset as shit right now, bro.
Now she decides to keep that information to herself. Meanwhile, Lincoln and Sam are at the supermarket discussing how they somehow managed to go through 4 boxes of girls in just 2 weeks.
First, okay, this is weird, bro. And bro got with the girl that motherfucking goddamn essayed him and shit?
Very interesting conversation topic, but little do they know that they won't be using any cards anytime soon because Luna is about to jump their asses with a gun. As she's about to carry out her plan, she suddenly hesitates after getting a flashback from the past where she had already tried to kill Lincoln and Sam before. Since Lincoln looks much younger here and we can see that Sam is visibly pregnant, we can roughly locate this moment on the comics timeline. In chapter 1, we learned
the comics timeline. The concept of a comics timeline, a fan-made comics timeline for a kid's show is fucking insane, my nigga. Can I watch it?
That Luna had eventually tried to make amends with Lincoln after someone proved that the photo of him and Sam kissing was photoshopped. But by that point, Sam had already done that horrible thing to Lincoln that resulted in her pregnancy. So what most likely happened was that after Luna discovered that Sam was pregnant with her brother's child, she completely lost her shit for a second time and decided to try to kill them both. But she probably wasn't able to go through with it because deep down,
I killed them both.
She still loved both of them. Luna suddenly finds herself in a dark place, accompanied by someone wearing a dark hoodie, the same entity from Lena's nightmares. Through the dialogue between the two of them, it becomes clear that they are working together.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Goku came in this bitch, bro.
They're on a mission to kill both Lena and her parents. The person behind the cloak is revealed to be Simon, who you most likely don't even remember. Simon is Sam's brother and was only briefly mentioned twice in chapter 1. The reason why he's teaming up with Luna to take down his own sister is is not revealed, with him only stating that the birth of Lena destroyed his life. Simon is also
What is good with all these fucking siblings in this shit? There's somebody who's really invested in this, by the way.
apparently not from the same reality as Luna and the others, as he mentions that he's trying to breach into their reality by giving Lena those nightmares, and according to him, it seems like he's getting very close to achieving that goal. Luna snaps back to reality, but by the time her conversation with Simon ends, Lincoln and Sam are already gone. But it's no problem, she already has another plan in mind. The scene momentarily shifts back to the present, where Luna is standing on the ledge of the school's rooftop. As she is about to jump, Lena suddenly appears and tries to stop her. Luna was about to because she was being consumed by the guilt of all the pain she had caused Lena, Lincoln and Sam over the last few months. Lena, however, tries to change.
Man, it's not gonna lie. It's gonna be a very bad conclusion at the end of this, nigga. I can fucking smell this shit, bro. I could smell this shit, bro. This is a fucking, like, nigga, we're like getting into motherfucking goddamn like Gravity Falls levels of convoluted and shit like those. Nigga, what the fuck is going on in this fucking fan comic, my nigga?
Her mind by reminding her of all the great moments they shared during the short time they spent together. Once again, we are brought back to the past, but this time just 1 month before the present. Lena is sitting next to a tree, struggling to write a new song for the school's winter event, when she suddenly hears an amazing melody coming from behind one of the trees. The person playing this melody is none other than Luna, who introduces herself as a music traveler and offers to teach Lena how to improve her guitar skills. This was all part of Luna's new—
Man, nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Somebody dead, like, if you ask me, hey Blueryai, can you go ahead and summarize this video for me? Fuck no, I can't. Fuck no, I
she
can't.
wanted to gain Lena's trust through one of her favorite hobbies, and once Luna had gained that trust, she would convince Lena to take her back home. From there, she would—
like, what the fuck is happening?
Her parents right in front of her, and this would cause Lena's mind to break, which would allow Simon to enter their reality. And so, for the next few weeks, Luna waits for Lena to leave school so they can practice together at the park. Initially, she hated spending time with the daughter of the two people she hated most in the world. But as time went on, that feeling of discomfort slowly started to disappear. Luna began taking genuine joy in seeing how much progress Lena was making in such a short amount of time. And not only that, but Lena reminded Luna of both Sam and the younger version of herself back when she was first learning music. This bond she had formed with Lena was conflicting with the feelings of hatred she initially had toward her. All the hate she had built up over the years was suddenly disappearing just from spending a few weeks with Lena, and afraid that this bond might eventually overtake her mind and compromise the plan she had made with Simon, she decides that she needs to take action immediately. But before we see what Luna decided to do, the comic goes even further back into the past, more precisely—
Holy fucking
I'm working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. Still I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see which college is right for me. I went on the internet and found Education Connection. I took some free tests to find out my direction. I'm taking my classes online, getting my degree on my own time. Education Connection matched me with the right college for free. Get connected for free with Education Connection. Get connected for free with Education Connection.
Log on now and get your free success kit worth $100. Log on now to educationconnectiontv.com. That's educationconnectiontv.com.
12 years ago, just a few days after Sam discovered that she was pregnant. She was basically clueless about what to do. She had run away from home and there was no one she could rely on. Well, except for one person. Night falls and Sam decides to go meet up with Lincoln at his house. She throws a small rock at his window to get his attention, and shortly afterward, he comes outside to talk to her. He invites Sam into the house so she can take a shower, and I'm gonna stop talking about the comic here because the next 20 pages portray Lincoln and Sam engaging in some very peculiar activities. Not only would YouTube completely obliterate my channel, but I also refuse to read those pages because they are generally disgusting. These pages
Those are the pages that you refuse to look at, my nigga.
kinda made me lose some of the respect I have for the comic, and I'm using the term respect very loosely here, because up until this point I did kinda respect the comic in the sense that it managed to portray disturbing themes without needing to be graphic. For example, in chapter 1 there's no visual depiction of what Sam does to Lincoln at school. The comic is able to imply what happened without actually showing it, which is good because I really don't wanna see it. In here, however, it's just straight up So even though there are still a lot of loose ends in the plot, I think we are now able to sort of build a timeline of the events of the comic with all the new information we have been given. So let's organize this chronologically. After the
Nah, I'm good. Why did you can live channel those? Maybe I'm good, bro. I'm fine. Actually, I'm good. Actually, I'm actually really good.
Put this bitch back like I'm double heaven. Hold up, triple deuces. Put this bitch up, we got all the juices. Hold up, speak to heaven. Eat that by my mama, demon minute. Me body chill, at least drama by. My diamond